With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from three for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
That free throw misses. Well, Doris, there's one thing for sure. When Kawhi Leonard is available, he's elite.
There's no question about it, Brian, and it's so difficult to watch a player who cares so deeply about the game as Kawhi does not have his body hold up. It's been unfortunate over the years to see the toll injuries have taken on his career, but boy, oh boy, clutch, skilled, competitive, tough, every attribute you could want.
Just 5 to shoot. Outside for Butler. Fires in the triple.
Boy, zero hesitation from Butler. He takes the pass and fires immediately.
Thompson outside. Back to Durant. Here's Şengün. That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Zubac. No luck on that one. Good D by Şengün. Indiana on offense. Thompson outside. Pass to Durant. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Green. And it's Green with the ball for Charlotte. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. Basket's good.
Boy, you respect the shot selection from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just taking what the defense gives him.
Thompson right side. Şengün, the screen. And Thompson gets it to go.
And you see the tight handles from Thompson. He can break defenders down in pick and roll, ISO, you name it.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Rick Carlisle. I asked him specifically about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and what their defensive game plan is for him, and Coach said we have to be active, we have to keep him in front of us, and to try to limit his chances around the rim. Their offense really opens up when he's able to attack the basket, so let's see if the defense is up for the challenge. B.A.?
Okay, thank you, Allie. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end, and there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And Durant gets it to go.
The fluidity, the mechanics, the purity. KD's jumper is sweet.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Here's Butler. Pass to Grimes. Right side, Irving. And here's Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Irving for 3. Indiana with a rebound. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. To the inside. Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet. Good night.
Here's Leonard. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. Charlotte trailing.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Grimes. Now Zubats. Outside Butler. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
Easy money for the Slim Reaper. Nice finish.
And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
1:27 left in the first quarter here. Leonard on the wing. From outside, off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Irving goes in. Missed inside. Indiana leading. It's stolen by Irving. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
How about the athleticism? Kyrie stops on a dime, knocks it in. Some of the best breaks in the league.
Screen by Robinson. Here's Durant. Drops in the layup for 2. Durant's got 7 points. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Here's Irving. Up top, Zubats. He's scoreless. Here's Butler. And down it goes. 2 points.
Jimmy Butler playing with aggression right now. Boy, if he touches the paint, he is thinking score.
Here's Leonard. Pass to Robinson. Outside Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the block. And they're able to recover. Leonard for 3. It's a tie game in Indiana. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
13. The Hornets. 13.
Man, it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Indiana so far?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game. What a memorable way to cap off that move. Finishes with a flourish.
The Hornets are in the midst of a playoff drought. Their last appearance was 2015, Doris.
Yeah, B.A., that's the longest active streak in the league, not something you love to be associated with. And listen, like other organizations, they've hit on some draft picks, they've missed on some draft picks. A lot of the problem has been injuries that have plagued this organization.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Ali LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards. And you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Ali, he's certainly got the skill level. Pass to Irving. Over Kessel. Another miss by Irving.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
Here's Hunter. Hornets with the rebound.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Irving goes in.
Kyrie Irving.
And he makes it. Irving's got 8.
I could make the case Kyrie Irving is the best ball handler of all time. On the dribble drive, look out.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Green. The 15-footer. Offensive board. Pass to Grimes. Down low. And stolen by Leonard. They push it up 4-on-3. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Now, Kawhi Leonard understands when and where to deliver the ball to his teammates. Pretty play.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Halliburton. Pass to Johnson. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Rebound by Middleton. The Hornets with a lead. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. He takes it in. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Such a smoothness and ease to the way Shai Gilgeous-Alexander plays. What a pretty drive. Makes it look easy.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 6. Here's SGA. And it's blocked by Kessler.
This guy is a constant threat on the defensive end. Send it back, Walker.
Here's Thompson. Back to Johnson. And stolen by Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Ooh, Shai showing no fear inside. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Charlotte.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
They grab their own miss. Gilgeous-Alexander drills a 3.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Dancing Machine.
change it up. A minute and a half left to play in the second quarter. Here's Castle. No points so far. Inside. Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Nice decision by Castle. I mean, this guy is a great teammate.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, denied by Durant. To the middle. Here's Robinson. Kicks it out to Bain. Pass to Durant. It's stolen by Green. Here's Butler. Indiana with a rebound. When this game is done, they'll be off to Toronto, taking on the Raptors. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Here's Castle. To the paint. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Over to the left wing. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Durant.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Again, the miss by the Hornets. To the right side. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Charlotte. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And here's Charlotte now. It's a three-point game. Here's Irving. Off with the layup.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
The three from Thompson. Counted from distance. Thompson's got 7 points in the game.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Outside McDaniels. Here's Vucevic. That one is off. Good D by Şengün. They've got a shot at taking back the lead here.
Yes, they do. Could be the opening they've been waiting for. And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Now here's Irving. Give him 8 points now. Now the Pacers on the move. Rebound by Middleton. Charlotte trailing. One thing about the Pacers, Doris, they can flat out score the basketball.
It is incredible to me, BA, how infrequently the ball sticks. They play fast, whether in transition or in the half court. They make defenses work.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your tattoos ready, especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to talk it over with his guys. field. Both teams changing it up here.
Thanks, everybody.
Irving with it. 12 points for him. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. All right, Doris, Kyrie Irving is a special talent. What's his greatest asset, you think, on the floor?
Oh, PA, this is a tough question. If you ask NBA players, they'll tell you the guy with the best handle historically is Kyrie Irving. But to me, his best attribute, fearlessness, the ability to deliver when it most matters.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, PA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 5. Over Kessel. And it's Irving missing. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Indiana trailing here. Pass to Johnson. There's the drive. And they'll get another chance. Out to the right wing. Kessler a screen. Another shot. Hartenstein pulls it in. And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Following this game, they host the Magic. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. And it's Indiana's ball. Oh, and Johnson slams it in. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Oh, and Johnson with a block. Hunter in the post. And finished off by Hunter.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. Irving, that's good.
What a masterful performance from Kyrie Irving. He's over a decade into his career. He can still take over a game.
Now here's Johnson. Give him 8 points now. Thompson outside. And stolen by Holiday. Here's Irving. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. Irving's got 11 points here in the second half.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Kessel. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. .141 left in the third quarter. Left side, Holiday. Back to Hartenstein. It's stolen away. Hunter with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. The Hornets with a lead. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Hunter, good. A hard-fought matchup. 7 lead changes thus far.
And these teams have been sparring from the get-go, neither able to land the knockout blow.
Now here's McDaniels. No points yet. 6 on the shot clock. With his first shot attempt. Again, the miss by the Hornets. And here are the Pacers now. They lead by 1.
Oh, Walker Kessler showing you his passing ability. Nicely done.
Hartenstein a screen. Here's Irving. Can't hit from in close. 26 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Pass to Hunter. Back to Thompson. Here's Kessel. There's the screen by Johnson. Inside. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And now a 5 3-point Pacer lead.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
He got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. Jalen Johnson, he's been the guy making things happen for Indiana.
38.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Pacers leading by 5. On the wing, Bain. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Thompson right side. Pass to Hunter. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Clock at 6. Back to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Well, Zubac's always around the rim. You love the quick strike there.
Outside Bain. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Zubac.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked with the team. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a three? Reminding them three-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making threes. Missing, not so much. Yeah?
Thank you for that, Allie. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Now here's Thompson. 5 to shoot. Here's Durant. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Jimmy Butler.
You simply can't fight on the shot fake, but Kevin Durant makes that a tough task.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
I think tonight has also, guys, been about the lost art of the mid-range jumper. If you utilize that in-between game right, there's plenty of value in it.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Endorse, no doubt about it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Halliburton on the wing. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Şengün, the screen. Johnson with it.
Oh, wow! Incredible!
This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line.
Boy, the missed free throw there, keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Nice job to go at the rack and force the foul.
At the line, for the Pacers.
First free throw is good. He does not get the second one.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there.
They could have used more of those kind of rebounds earlier. It's hurt their cause.
Irving, that's good.
Guys, it doesn't get much bigger than that. Irving coming up huge right there with the bucket.
Johnson for three. Knocks down the triple. Johnson's got 14 points here in the second half.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the calmest, most clutch players in the league. That's a big-time moment.
And they pick up two.
Klay Thompson, calm and cool under pressure. How about the big bucket from Klay?
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. So both teams making some changes here. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. And stolen by Leonard. In transition, here come the Pacers. And finished off by Kessler.
Wow, Walker Kessler with some big-time confidence.
Pass to Edey. Oh, Green dropping the hammer.
Draymond Green never backs away in big possessions. In fact, you get the sense this guy loves the spotlight.
Durant with it. Castle for three. Hits the trifecta. Castle's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Yeah, this kid Castle loves having the ball in these spots. He wants to be the guy to hit the big one.
Now here's Irving. To the inside. Edey. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving.
And both teams playing with a little more urgency in this half.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
Here's Leonard. The kick to Durant. 6 to shoot. Back to Leonard. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. On the take. Pacers with a rebound. Thompson outside. Pass to Kessler. Oh, they get a hand on it. Leonard outside. McClaw attacking. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
One of the key aspects for Kawhi Leonard's scoring per game is his ability to get to the free throw line. This guy lives there.
And he does get the second one. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Here are the Hornets with the ball. The teardrop. Halliburton with some nice D's. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line, for the Pacers.
Good on the first. And that puts him up 5. And Charlotte making a change here. He's off on the free throw. Unable to get the second one to drop.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Irving for 3. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. 15 foul. At the line.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. The Hornets making a switch here. And he's able to hit the second one. And that increases the lead to 6. Now a timeout called by Charlotte. They trail by 6. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
They need to answer fast.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
Make some noise.
Here's Holiday. Puts it up off the inbound. Here's Nembhard. No good on the 3. And so they foul intentionally.
Fifth personal foul. Team is in the penalty. At the line.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second.
2 shots.
And the second of 2 is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead. A nice shot by Grimes. And the Pacers with possession here. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
Kevin Durant, 2 shots.
And he ends up making the second. And that increases the lead to 6. And the ball out of play. The Pacers will have it.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection. But you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. At the line for Indiana, Thompson.
He drops the first one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. And it's an 8-point ball game. So Indiana wins it. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor. And they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from two. Sports, get ready for some NBA action with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Certainly some confidence for Indiana with the win in their last matchup against the Hornets. And with that win, they evened up the season series at 1 apiece, giving them a chance to pull ahead right here.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
On the clock, the drive by Thompson.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively, but where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior. Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Butler, no good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
To the middle. Here's Şengün. Out to Thompson. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Oh, he misses the dunk. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Zubac. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, Zubac's always around the rim. You love the quick strike there.
Tries it from 9. And it's off the back rim. No good. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Nembhard. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Now, here's Şengün. And a wide open look for Halliburton. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now, I asked Coach what the game plan was when it comes to defending Jimmy Butler. And he said to me, we have to make sure we match his energy level. Jimmy is one of those guys that goes all out every second. We want our guys to do the same on D. It won't be easy, but they think they found a way to contain him. Guys?
Thank you, David. Green, the screen. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pacers trailed by 3. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense He's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula. The great one, Kevin Durant.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Charlotte leading by 3. Middleton can't get it to go. Here's Durant. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, you get a sense of how locked in Kevin Durant is. The defense not going to alter his approach.
Irving with the ball. He's picked up by KD. Outside Holiday. Pass to Vucevic. Kicks it down to Middleton. Outside Irving. Over Durant. No good from Irving. Durant inside. A kick out to Bain. Back to KD. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Hunter. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Middleton right side. Shoots over KD. Shot's good by Middleton.
No question Middleton can produce. He puts in a big effort on offense, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now here's Durant. Vucevic with the rebound.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
To the inside. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's KD. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, this is a testament to how competitive Durant is, able to score against physical defenders.
So both teams making some changes here. For Indiana, they had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And here's Irving. Butler from outside. Drills the three-pointer.
What you love about Jimmy Butler, this guy just competes. You want to concede the 3? Okay, I'll take it.
Pass to Bain. Now here's Leonard. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Hornets ahead. League. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Doris, it's great to see the excitement that surrounds women's basketball currently, isn't it?
It's great, Kevin, that these incredible players with a high skill level are being acknowledged, not only for that skill, but the quality of play, the competitive spirit of these women. They have worked as hard, and they should get as much recognition.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play, throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking me in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Hornets making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Irving looking for an opening. And stolen by Hunter. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Back to Thompson. Johnson the screen. It's deflected. Nembhard with it. Offline with his three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Hey, DB, we don't see a lot of them, but from what you have seen and heard, what can the Charlotte Hornets do better to improve their overall game?
Well, I think one of the things you have to look at is what are they doing successfully on the offensive end and what are their weaknesses? One of the weaknesses is drawing fouls and getting opportunities at the free throw line. To me, Kev, the best teams do a good job of getting easy points, whether in transition or at the charity stripe.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
To Nembhard. And they get it back. Pass to Irving. 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Both teams will make substitutions. Indiana trailing here. Thompson outside. Rebound by Butler.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
The shot's good from Irving.
Jimmy Butler.
Gets in the paint and drains it. Kyrie Irving, show off that touch.
Here's Indiana. Johnson.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Screen by Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Kyrie Irving can be devastating in the pick and roll. The creativity and decision making simply outstanding.
Indiana moving it around. Leonard with no one around. No good. That would have tied it. Here's Irving. Pass to Nembhard. And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. They kick it out to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And the wide open shot from Green.
2 minutes.
The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How has he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor.
Durant throwing down a sledgehammer.
How about the quick jump from Kevin Durant? He was impressive on that one.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we're just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Boy, the more you watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play, the more he shows you the aspects of his game just getting better and better and better.
Screen by Leonard. Thompson in the corner. He takes it in. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Charlotte Hornets. 7-point differential. They kick it out to Green. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 5. Clock at 4. They kick it out to Green. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Green. From downtown. Hands it from downtown. Green's got a pair of triples in the second half for the Hornets. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And the Hornets making a change here. 11 seconds left now here in the second. Screen by Leonard. Here's Thompson. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets going into the break with a 10-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Pacers trail by 10. Now Halliburton. No scoring in this one. Screen by Leonard. Draymond Green pulls it in. Here's Nemhard. For the 3. The Pacers pull it in. And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a return. What about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Green left side. 6 to shoot. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, Zubac knows his job, and that's to do the dirty work. Get into the offensive glass.
KD on the wing. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Halliburton. Back to KD. Halliburton outside. It's tipped. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Hornets making a change here. Charlotte leading by 10. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocked loose. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. deciding to change it up.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now.
Substitution on the court.
And here is Irving. Pass to Vucevic. The rebound by Johnson.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Holiday with the block.
Oh, that's Drew Holiday at his absolute best. Send it back, Drew.
Clock at 6. Johnson, that's for 2. Even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Holiday, no one around him. Charlotte, no good that time either. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Boy, how about the awareness from the big man? We think of Mr. Robinson as a shot blocker. What a pretty pass.
Back to Vucevic. Irving with a clean look. A three-pointer off the mark. Pacers trailed by 6. Here's Johnson. And rebounded by McDaniels. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Pass to Irving. Over Thompson. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Assist goes to
6 points for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving, one of the outstanding mid-range shooters. This guy legit 3-level.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Indiana Pacers. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. On the wing, Johnson. Fires top of the key. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Outside Holiday. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Hornets.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte.
amazing. Thanks, everybody.
1:32 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Hartenstein. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Pacers trailed by 12. Now an update on the beats of Zubats from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find?
Hey, Kevin, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for the Hornets. And this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. Really not the way you want to start the season. Some bad luck right out of the gate. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Payne for three. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't convert the two-handed jam.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Well, you look at Kawhi's career, one of the first things he did was work on his consistency from the free throw line. Why? Because he's excellent at drawing contact.
Hornets leading by 12. Outside Irving. Outside Green. Outside Irving. Off on the layup. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Hornets lead by 12. Live from Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
41.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Driving inside. Pass to Grimes. That 3 off the mark. Pacers trailed by 12. Hunter, no one around him. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Irving. Here's Grimes. Kept alive. He's looking for Hartenstein and finds him. And Hunter over to help. Charlotte moving it around. Just 5 on the clock.
Jalen Johnson, 3rd personal foul. First team foul.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And it's the Pacers with the ball. Down by 12. Here's Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
We're talking about a guard who's got some bounce. Tyrese Halliburton with the hops.
Pass to Hartenstein. Over to the wing. Here's Grimes. Charlotte no good that time either. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Bain no good. Hornets leading by 10. Outside Irving. Over Bain. Right wing. From deep. Buries it from 3-point range. Grimes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How about the quick trigger off the catch from Grimes? Nice.
And they pick up 2.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Several teams changing it up here. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the break, listen in with Charles Lee and his team. He reminded his team, we're up. All the pressure is on them. Let's just keep playing our game. Makes sense because they've got a nice lead late in this game. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
And the basket by Castle.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. 2 points, that one goes. And the Hornets lead by 10.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
The screen from Thompson. Second chance shot. Şengün with a wide open look. Come on. Out to Thompson. From the arc. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Hornets leading by 10. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Well, Gilgeous-Alexander becoming more and more reliable as a jump shooter. With everything else in his game, look out.
They get it again. With the shot. Again, the Hornets score.
Assist from Andrew.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Thompson outside. Fires from deep. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Almond will blow right by you.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Charlotte making a switch here. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. I think fans like that.
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
.133 left to play in the final quarter. Misses in close. Pacers trailed by 14. And then Durant with the dunk.
AD is a force of nature. Sensational dunk at the rim.
17-foot shot on the way.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
That shot missing. Great D that time from Green.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Hornets.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Here's Leonard. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant.
Well, that's just a pretty pass. Kevin Durant carrying the scoring load when he has to, but boy, can he get others involved.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Green. The three ball. It's rebounded by Indiana. Got a piece of it. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.